Alright, settle down, kiddos, because we're about to talk about some Palworld drama. Palworld came out recently, and it's basically Pokemon, but if it was an open world survival game with guns. And that game was super effective because it is absolutely doing numbers. It's got 1.5 million concurrent players on Steam. That's players playing at the same time. That's more than freaking Roblox out there. But of course, the game's drummed up a little controversy because it is pretty much Pokemon. Like, come on, you cannot deny it is not inspired very heavily by Pokemon. Catching creatures, sending out creatures, using them for transportation, using their ability. Heck, a lot of the designs are the same, and that is the current problem that we're going to be talking about in this video. There's a lot of hoopla online right now by a lot of Nintendo fans being like, wait a minute, this is a bit suspicious. This is a game with creatures that look like my beloved Pokemon. I will not have this. This is disgusting. This is an outrage. A Twitter user went through the entire 111 PAL list from Palworld, and I just realized how stupid PAL sounds. Like, Pokemon sounds way better. And immediately right there, bang smack in the middle of the poster for Palworld, you've got this dude who looks like a mix between Totoro and, what's the name? Thunderbuzz, Electroshock, oh god, Electrobuzz. And as we go down the list, you're gonna notice that there are a lot of similar designs here. A lot of eyes are similar, body structures are similar, even sometimes color schemes are similar, but that tends to be less often. But there is like 70 of them. I'm just gonna speed run you through this. There's some crazy ones. I think the closest one I've seen is probably here. This is quite obviously a very, 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 very close one. And we got this one with Lucario, but also this one with Lucario, but I really don't think that one is similar to Lucario. So there's a few there that are quite similar to Pokemon. And to that I say, puh. Let's set our differences aside for a second, put our pitchforks down, and have a seat at the table. You know, let's be polite here, let's be etiquette. When you're making a game where you've got hundreds and hundreds of different animal-style creatures that you can play with and equip and catch, there's bound to be some similarities between the two, especially in structure. For example, a lot of people are calling out the wolf designs, or at least the four-legged designs, being quite similar. That's pretty much exactly what a wolf looks like anyway. You're not really going to be able to get any crazy, wacky, huge design difference when you're trying to recreate a wolf in a different game versus Pokemon. Overall, it's not something Palworld should be cancelled over, just because a few designs are similar out of the hundreds of Palworld designs, and out of the thousands, I think, of Pokemon designs. It's bound to happen. And this overall is good for the entire Pokemon Palworld ecosystem, the world we live in, because, let's be honest, Game Freak has been doing jack diddly with their Pokemon franchise. Yeah, they released that 3D open world Pokemon game. Oh, that's stinky. Oh, pooey. And then they also made that Pokemon MOBA, which was like extremely pay to win. Is looking like a Roblox game there. The only good things they have been doing is just releasing new Pokemon games and designing new Pokemon, but not really changing anything up. They're not taking big risks. They're playing it too safe with everything. And any risk that they do take, like the 3D open Pokemon world, they're not putting enough into it. They're not giving the developers enough money to really beef it up and make it a good game. Palworld shows you that with innovation and, you know, with other people working hard, you can actually make something that's really interesting to a lot of people. Imagine how successful it would be if this was Pokemon themed. That Game Freak would have a huge game on their hands. Pokemon Go, that was something. That was a good experiment. That was experimental. It went amazingly. And then for some reason, they decided to just sit down and play marbles because they were done with trying new things. And look, I think it's great because this is going to tell Game Freak that, hey, buddy, slap that butt. It's time to get up off the ground and time to start getting on the treadmill again. The treadmill of work, baby. The treadmill of gaining money. And obviously fans. with good games. And if you need a little more inspiration, Game Freak, have a look at one of Nintendo's other properties, Super Mario. Super Mario went from just this 2D platformer, which it was originally known for, and they just blasted it everywhere, and it's one of the biggest brands on the planet. Mario Party, Mario Kart, Super Smash Brothers, New Super Mario Bros, Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, they probably even have Mario Workshop Factory in China. Also, going on a little tangent here, an insane fact I just learned about Super Mario 64 recently is that, you know how Lakitu is controlling the camera behind Mario the whole time and we're looking through the camera that Lakitu's looking through? Well, so is Bowser, which is why when you die in Super Mario 64, you hear Bowser's laugh because Bowser's watching you through that Lakitu camera. It's nuts. But one more thing I did want to also point out was that there is already a Pokemon mod for Palworld, and it looks pretty good too. I cannot believe it. Those developers of mods, they went straight to the mines. They got their pickaxes out and they were looking for gold, and they found it. Because this is fire. Look at that. One of the first bosses you fight is freaking Jesse in Electabuzz, and I got his name right that time. The mod developers better look out because Nintendo's probably got a sniper dead on them right now. Even Palworld might be in the scopes of Nintendo, but I highly doubt Nintendo is just going to sit around twiddling their thumbs while Palworld was in development. They would definitely know about it, so Palworld's probably okay. And the CEO has made a statement saying that they're not worried about any copyright concerns from Nintendo because everything is sufficiently different. Everything's different enough. But yeah, I support this because it's a huge innovation in the gaming industry. An industry that's become super stale with super hard bread there. That bread could knock someone out if you pegged it at them. Because the developers are being too safe now. They're being too secure, the AAA ones at least, with their money. They're only putting money into things that will work, like Poop Sucker 58. Tonight, I'm gonna kneel next to my windowsill and close my eyes as a shooting star goes past, praying, Nintendo, Game Freak, all I want is a third-person shooter Pokemon game where I could light Pikachu up with an AK-47. That's all I request, please, for this little boy. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.